Oh, hi, folks. I better get that volume off. I'm simulcasting on YouTube and on Let's Go Help Too. So I don't know. Sometimes YouTube goes back and forth, but I'm going to answer questions on Let's Go Help Too because they're the paying folks. They're people who want to make happy. And I understand. By the way, people are watching, and we have another site that helps you for free, and that's letsgofreehelp.com. Letsgofreehelp.com. You get over there if you know somebody who doesn't have the $20 and wants to learn this stuff. There's a lot of free videos over there, and it takes you through almost every section of life on how to use government programs for anything in your life. And that's what I see it, but I'm certainly biased. And it may not work all the time. None of us do. As I get older, I find that more and more true. But it's a source. If you have an easier source of money, God bless you. If you could afford to go to Google and get help, God bless you. But I know there's probably half the country who can't. And that's what we're looking at, I think, now in America, is half people just can't afford a $500 bill. They don't have that kind of cash around. And so many people are living hand to mouth. We're growing as an economy, but half the country is not growing. It hasn't grown in about 30 years or more. And that's the average working person. And I don't know why we don't think about them a little more. So that's what I hope this does, is show everybody the programs that are available for everybody, because the rich people use them. I mean, I started this program really helping Fortune 500 companies and millionaires and stuff like that. So they know how to use all this stuff, and they certainly use it. But the average person is not trained to do it. We don't train people to do it, and then we have funny stuff in our head that we think is right about government programs, and it's usually wrong. I mean, I get fooled every day about how wrong these things are. Let me tell you about something that I just found out today. Hi, everyone, looking for utility help ASAP. Reverend Dorothy, yes, I will. Maybe I'll get some of this stuff set up so I can answer questions a little better. I see, let's see. Yeah, there's lots of utility help, and no matter where you live, you probably have to call a half a dozen places or so. So these things don't happen easily. Unfortunately, that's the name of the game. But they're there, and that's why we're not trained to work hard at it. We think that life should be easy, and that would be nice if it was, but it certainly ain't, is it? And so you have to get in there and get in the mud a little bit to get what the heck you need. And that's the important part. I'm going to give you something about utility. Here's a video training on how to find all the utility grant programs where you live, okay? Here, 60 utility grant programs from $100 to $2,000, okay? Let's see, where are we? Yeah, okay. Okay, who asked about utilities, okay? It's hard to answer because, when I see it, we got a lot of other things that's not a direct answer. It's a direct answer, but who knows it's for the person who asked about utilities. So that's why after this, remember, you could always get my answer. I mean, we have, I'm starting to call them the grant caregivers. They're the people that work with me, the researchers and everything, that know a lot of this stuff and answer a lot of the questions. So they're my favorite grant caregivers, because that's what I feel we are. We got to be caregivers to each other. Everybody needs help. Looking for grants to finish college graduate. Reverend Dorothy, I live in Maryland. Miss Dorothy, I just sent you that link. See it up there? 60 utility programs, Dorothy. It's up there. I need living expenses. I haven't been working for almost 6 months. Wow. Okay, everybody, look at this thing here. I'm going to put it in the chat. It is what I call my meta, like like Facebook meta. Yeah. So it's a meta grant report, and there are, God, this is about 67 pages of all the most popular questions I get and the answers. So you have a lot of my brain right there, right there. You see that 2023 Meta Grants Report. And it gives you the link and the sources. There's also stuff in there about anything, whether you want to start a business or fix up your house or buy a house or anything. That's a Hey, can I hear your beautiful voice? Well, thank you, Charity. Nice to see you again. Let's see. Oh, can I slide that down? Come on. I want to put my finger there and, I have to hit send. Okay, let's go. Where can I find programs for computer coding? Yes, there's a lot of free. You're in New York, I don't know if it's New York City. Here's where you go. There's a lot of schools that will train you for free. I mean, they have these coding academies or boot camps, that'll charge you $10,000. Don't do that. Yes, Charity, and just thank you for your kindness and helping everybody else in the group. I mean, that is the nicest thing that I feel that we're doing. And so it's not just me and not the grant caregivers. It's you too. It's people like Charity and other people that really go out of their way to help other members is a wonderful thing to see. And that gives me hope about thinking about this thing. I mean, I'm not going to live forever, and I probably have a shorter lifespan left than most of you people. So that thing goes through. I more or less just usually think about, I just want to have something fun and important to do for the rest of my life, but maybe this can go afterwards. You need a home, Lisa. Okay, here. See that government grants report? Go there. And if you want to buy a home or you just like a rental or whatever, no matter what it is, the best place to go is I'm going to give you the section on buying a home, because they help with homes of any kind. And there's 4 nonprofits in the beginning of this report, and their job it is to help people get housed and mostly buy a home, but they know the other options, because you may have to look for grants to do rental and stuff like that but these are good because they know the whole housing system where you are. It changes in every city. It's different. So go to this link here and see the beginning of the report that talks about the free nonprofits that help you home. Remember, everything I give you, nobody will ever charge you, okay? So, and that's the big thing about, I think, us. I mean, Google, I just did a report. If you look at my video I just did a little while ago, where, God, I mean, if you put in, my credit card report, the government gives you that for free. They made all the credit card companies give you that for free. Actually, you have a free update every week if you want, and that's until the end. They have to give you every year a report, but also you can get an update online. I saved that video. Oh, good, Lisa. You can get an update online every week. And if you go to the government website, oh gosh, what the heck is it? Credit report, where? Oh gosh, come on. Why don't I see it? Okay, it's in the video. It's in the video I just did on YouTube. If you go there and you see, your credit report. Okay, annual credit report. That's what it is. Annualcreditreport.com. Okay, AANUAL, annual. Okay, that's what the government made the credit card companies do. And don't go to Google and put annual credit report, you'll find all these people are just going to try to sell you something. That's what it is. You don't stand a chance against marketing in the United States. I don't even, and I'm a marketer too. And they just know. I was scammed for $100, as someone said I would have a 20. Oh, Mary, I'm so sorry. I know when you're weak and vulnerable, it's easy to get sucked in, and they know that. That's why you just can't deal with anybody, particularly, it's not me if they're charging more than $20, because you could have everything I have, and all I charge is $20. I just got denied, and I get 203 from minimum SNAP, and it's hard to find anyone to help with that, waiting financially for SSDI. Charity, okay, so you could have that reviewed too. I'm going to tell you, here's something. Go to Find Help, findhelp.org. Go to findhelp.org, charity, and everybody else listening. This is very important because it's just something I found. I just did a video on it too. I got my back pay cause credit and my puppy no help. I got my back pay cause credit and my puppy no help. That's a little cryptic there, Lisa. I'm not really sure, but let me finish this thought here about going to Find Help. Now, if you go to Find Help and you put in your zip code, this is like 211, but I like it better, and it has this aspect of it. I can't find this in 201. Maybe it is in some areas, because every areas are different. But if you go to findhelp.org, put in your zip code so you're in where you are, and then put in legal, Legal, and then under legal, there's something called Understand Government Programs. Understand Government Programs. Now, this is an invaluable source, because one of the things I always thought is you want advocacy groups. So if, like charity, if you don't think you were treated right with SNAP, okay, I mean, what are your options? You think about a lawyer. Lawyers charge you $200 or $300 an hour nowadays. And what will happen is that they'll say it costs you nothing, but what it does cost, when they get your money that the government owes you, they take a whole chunk of that money. No, that's silly. Also, the lawyers may or may not be good at what you're doing, but because they're a lawyer, you think they know a hell of a lot more than you, and they know the system. But there's something better out there that knows the system better, could fight the system for you, and doesn't charge a nickel. And these are what's called advocacy groups. I didn't even know that name until I got married to this lady here. And advocacy groups are people who work for the public on certain issues. Now, I just helped somebody with SNAP she was fighting them in Iowa. And she was in the middle of nowhere in Iowa, And I went to Find Help, and under like food, I went to food, and there was only like actually there were 6 nonprofits that help people with food in this town. She's in Iowa. I put in there legal, and then understand government programs, and I got 50 organizations, 57 organizations that help people with government programs. 57 There were some that specialized just in food issues, others that specialize in food and more than that. 211 in my Texas is a bot. Yeah, no, this is not 211. I know most of them are, and that's why. But you don't see in 211. You don't want to. That's okay if it's a bot, because if you put in food, you'll see all the people in that 211 that are nonprofits involved in food. Now what you have to do is call those nonprofits. That's a step, it's a little hard to take because we're not used to doing it. We just want to fill in a form on the internet or whatever, but you're not going to get problems solved. Maybe you get some solved, but the hard ones aren't going to be that way, and you're going to have to roll up your sleeves and start talking to people. Do I have a law firm that has been working on my case, but my therapist, one of which outsources for this, wasn't even in my application. I'm thinking this advocacy group sounds amazing. I'm a certified disabled through my state medical review team. Well, okay, Charity, I mean, you can have the lawyers go around more and do somebody else. I don't know what your relationship is or what your obligation is if they get it. But these other people may get it for you. And they're not going to charge you any. That's what they're for. So I would go even. See, they could help you deal with the lawyers too, because you don't know what they do. You don't know anything about this, and they'll yank you around. I want your advocacy groups. Okay, here's how you find them, Charity. You go to findhelp.org, and you put in legal, and then on the options they had, at least in the two places, I looked at my place for these government understand government programs, and where I live, there's 70 organizations. In the middle of nowhere in Iowa, there were 57. And I think because a lot of them are national. So that's good, that's good. You want to know about that. Yes, findhelp.org, Michael. That's what you want. Any recommendations where to find grants geared towards helping veterans and funding our resources to help grow your business if you have less than a perfect credit? Don't worry about credit. I mean, you may, but don't let that stop you. You can, if you want to do something in life, you can. Something that you have bad, you have bad. I can't do that, okay? And then you have to find something else to do. That's all. If you think that the whole world revolves around you having a good credit score, man, nothing will get done in America. You have to just ignore that and go and find other places and other ways to do what you want to do. And that is available in this country. I still believe that. It's just not common because everybody wants to have this, cookie cutter, 5 things to do. But we're all different, so they're not going to work for everybody. If it doesn't work for you, you have to think of number 7. And you do that by just talking to people, getting feedback or whatever. And my mom's storage too. Okay, how about government grant for businesswomen, minority, and also government grant for the first-time homebuyer? Okay, Wendy, I love because of your videos, and I've gotten my phone bill paid. Ooh, Charity, well, see, that's wonderful. And your mom's storage, too. What do you mean, you got her storage paid? Charity, did you get your mom's storage paid by with Find Help, folks? Oh my goodness. Do something about it. Can you do what do you call it? A chat, or not a chat, a post. Can you post that you and your mom got that stuff? Because then other people will see it. And then they'll say, hey, I remember Charity. She's so nice to everybody, and she got it. Well, and I know if she got it, then I can get it too. I will post it on Facebook. Great. Either way, and that's wonderful. Madeline. Oh, here's how would somebody help immediate need the rent post due because I've been using my personal income to pay my business operating costs. Robbing payment. Here are a few details and thinking. Okay, there's a couple here with business. Okay, now the problem with business grants is there's so many and all their particulars and things like that. So you don't want to go out looking for a grant right away. That's just going to tie you down. It'll take you a lot of time before you understand the system about what you can use. There are a lot, and it all depends. I need to get the pressure off my neck to get back to building the website and coaching business. I look forward to your reply. Many thanks in advance. And by the way, everybody, don't forget, you could get me on Facebook. Now, it's hard for me to answer on Let's Go Help too. So if you start a discussion on Facebook, I'm trying to get every one of those. Well, I'll screw up once in a while, probably more than that. And so I can answer them and get you going. The grant caregivers, The grant caregivers are there's more of them on they're on Facebook too, but it's easy. See, if you start a discussion, it doesn't go public until I see it and give you an answer. I posted on Facebook today. Oh, okay. Well, then I'll get to it hopefully after this or early in the morning. But here's what I'll probably say too, is I'm going to put it here in the right here. Okay, here's a report for starting a business, okay? And there's a lot of details in here, all kinds of stuff or whatever. And if you have patience and time, you should look at it closely to see the kinds of things that are out there. You don't have to apply to everything or anything right away. You want to get a sense of what's going on. Okay, to help you get us, okay, here's the report. Here it is here. Okay, okay, to get you into the world of help for businesses and stuff. So like I say, don't rush and apply to anything yet or anything. Just look at all these things as much as you can. But what you want to do for sure is make an appointment with as many of the free business Okay, you want to make an appointment? Oh, Ethel, how you doing? Make an appointment with as many of the free business mentors as you can. And I say many because everybody has different answers. There's no one person that knows everything. We can't. And what your job is to find as many people as you can that are interested in your subject, that study your subject, because they've been studying the subject for 10 years or more, and you're just getting into it now. So you want to sit down with them and brainstorm about your idea and what you think of doing, so they could bounce back about, hey, no, that doesn't make sense about what's out there. They know more of a general sense of the kinds of things that are out there. You or me sitting here not knowing what's out there say, oh, I just need this and this and this. And, and that'd be nice if everything was there just for you, but it's just there for something else that you have to fit to make it for you. And that takes a little thought process. So that's why you have to think through, and there are alternatives that you would never even think of. I mean, like, look at that report on business. It is, I mean, it's enormous, the kinds of things that are out there that just people don't know about. And so there's other ways to get it. And the trick of all this is that when somebody says there isn't anything you want, that's not true, no matter who they are and what they say, because you have to go somewhere else to be brainstormed, to be a little more creative and to find something that makes it. Maybe you need a partner, to do this. And this is the way how do you find a partner, whatever, and they can help you do that. And there's other ways. I mean, like the last three businesses I started with no money at all. And they were all successful. You don't need money to start a business. If you go to the professionals, they'll tell you need money to start a business. And that's, and certain kind of businesses you do. You want to, have a special app that, takes you to the moon. Well, you're going to have a lot of coding to do, so that'll take a lot of upfront costs. But if you're providing a service or something, a little idea you have, you don't even need a product. You don't have to have a finished product. You just have to have an idea for a product and start a business for that. And that's what's available also in our country now. I mean, it is. I think now it's easier. I always wanted to have a business, and I had the first two failed, and it gives me the most pleasure in life only because I'm a pain in the ass employee. So it makes a lot of people happier if I don't work for people. And where do I go for a community development block grant? You go to Prince George's County. Prince George's County, count them up. Where's the community development block grant? Okay, they get it, they get a lot, because they know the system well. And then you have to start learning what's in that block grant where you are. That'll be things for businesses, it could be things for housing, could be things for, community ventures and stuff like that. And they have meetings on it, so you want to attend meetings and whatever. Hello, Ms. Glenn, I'm currently looking for working, but I need medical insurance for my transplant medication. Any suggestions? Please help me. Transport medication. You need medical insurance for my transport medication. Clifford, I'm not sure what, did you want a business of transportation for medical care? Is that it? Because that's a ready business. And that, if you go to find help, again, findhelp.org, and look under transportation, and you'll see the people that are in the business to do that. So if you want transportation, then that was it. And also sometimes there's people in that under transportation that give car repair. By the way, we just announced, I think, what do we got? 20 people? I don't know, we had 10, 15 people getting car repair grants, $500 a piece, $7,500. So we're just going to announce them. And I saw the list today. I don't know if they'll get it up, but by tomorrow, I'm sure it'll be up. So you'll be getting those checks or PayPal, and you have to see your name, and then you have to give us your PayPal thing, or your address if you want to check to do that. But if you want to, let's see, for business, so if it's a transportation company you want to start, okay, again, you go to that link I have up there for business, and you contact, or here, you could start with this, sba.gov. Oh. Local assistance. I think that's it. See if that works. Let me try that. See, what do you want to do more than, okay, local dash assistance, that should work. Local dash assistance, what you want to do in finding help is finding people in your area that work on these kinds of problems. So like if you go to sba.gov/local assistance, and there'll be 50 people in your area that get grants from the government and other nonprofit organizations to help you start a business, okay? So they think about this all the time. How about grants for dental work? I have a few $1,000s in work, it needs to be done. Yes, actually, I get mine free, see? Actually, I'm going tomorrow. Let me give you that link. It's in here. There's a big section on dental and health care in the Meta Grants report. And there's a whole bunch of sources to take now. Where dental is tough. They have a good union and they want to make a lot more money. That's why they became dentists, I think. So they could have yachts and stuff. And look at that. There's a step-by-step there. It's going to take work. You going on the front. What about eyeglassware? Yes, there's a special report for eyeglassware up in item 19 in the government grants report. Let's see if I could find it quickly. Low cost pet care, never pay bill for health care. Hospitals have to pay the bills, learn how to caregivers, help with bills, pay out-of-pocket assistance, financial 3 reports of disabilities. Here he is, okay. Here, okay, this is also in the Meta Grants report. Here it is. And these are the programs for eye care, okay? Come on, why aren't you in there? There it is. And remember, what this is, what you have to remember is, what about medical insurance? Well, you want to start with Obamacare, you know, and see if you're eligible for that. The rates are really down. There's a lot of people that are on it that weren't eligible for it before. So start with that. And then if you don't know, if you can't do that, then it's your county health department. Start with that to learn other things. And look at number 19 in the meta report. There's lots of options there, but it's going to take work on your part, particularly for dental work. There's a lot of options for dental work, but it is going to take work on your part, you know, and calling people, because when you call people and they say no, remember, you ask them, well, where else? It's Joe. Didn't I just answer you, Joe? Remember me? I put my name down because the name is like Fuchek. Fuchek, is that Slovak? You can't forget. We used to do web conversations for breakfast while you were drinking coffee. Like 15 years ago. Wow. Where are you at, Joe? Whereabouts? Yeah, I think. Oh, you are Slovak. Okay, I thought so. It looked like a. Yeah. Sound like a relative? Yeah, Slovak. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Czechoslovakian was. Both my parents, I guess their parents are both immigrants, and they came. And my grandparents worked in the coal mines in Pennsylvania, and their dad was an entrepreneur with a garment factory and sent me to college, and now I'm a huckster. And it's a fun ride from Pennsylvania. Wow. Yeah, never, actually I was, but just for a short time over there. Let's see, what are some other questions we have? You mentioned many grants. Do you have any program to help us apply? Dorothy, don't worry about applying for it. You got to find the program to apply to. And you'll see most of them are very easy. You don't have to worry about that. And I can show you where to get more help. And if you need help, you can get it from the people giving out the grants. Depending on the grant, everybody is different, but there's a very good chance that the people giving the money will help you, show you how to apply, you know, for the money. It's in their interest to do that. So, because they have to make quota, they have to get the money out there and have the best possibilities of people to help and stuff like that. So there's a good possibility you won't need it all. And most programs for individuals are just 3-4 pages, fill in the blanks. You know, if you're a big nonprofit or something, then yeah, you may need help. But even that, I can show you how to get it for free. How about grants for dental work? I have a few $1,000s. Okay, yes, Kendall, look at that Meta Grants report, number 19. There's a step-by-step of the sources to start checking for help with dental work, okay? And again, it's going to take work on your part. You know, let's see, where else we got here? Sorry for the transplant medication. I'm not sure what transplant medication is. Oh, for transplant medication? So you want to buy? Boy, I just joined. Read your book in high school. I need help securing business grants and getting assistance for housing as well. Okay, Justina. Okay, now I told you about, this is the article, this is the, for housing. You want to take this Meta Grants report and look at item number 14. I know these things by heart. Okay, and then item number 14, what to do is call the 4 nonprofits that are listed in the beginning. Okay. Uh, Okay, now these are nonprofit organizations that help people get housing. Show you about programs, tell you about programs, tell you what they need and everything. So that's it. That's what you need. You don't need somebody like me that knows a little bit. You want, particularly, it's all different where you live. So you want to get somebody where you live that helps people regularly with this problem. It's because they learn from other people that just did it and things like that. They're going to know the both. Look at your local government, yes, and that's where most of it is, local government or nonprofit organizations. You know. And it's they have the knowledge and they know stuff that I will never know, you know, because I cover the whole country and thousands of different subjects. But the people, the four people, like for housing, those people just spend their whole career helping people get houses in that area. That's who you want to talk to. And they have nothing to sell you. If you go to Google, then you're going to run into real estate and brokers people and all these people that want to get your money only. These people don't want to get your money. They already got paid. So they don't have to get your money. The other people have to get your money to keep them alive. Yeah. So that's why you're fighting that. So you get the nonprofit organizations or whatever. They don't have that. They're, you know, more realistically trying to get the best for you. The other people say that, but they can't do it too well sometimes. They're just too biased. Yeah. How do I get money for LEED certified for real estate? Well, I mean, you have. Is this a house or a commercial building? I guess if you want LEED certification, that's a commercial thing, right? Or is it for individual homes now? There's a lot of new grant money for that, for particularly for housing, and you know the new Biden thing, the Inflation Reduction Act, houses for rent, yes. Habitat for Humanity is another one, yes. And there's, you know, I mean, I used to do special reports just for housing in a city, and I'd count 150 programs in any city related to housing. That's 150 programs, that's right. The LEED, okay, if you look in, Maurice, in the Meta Grants report, look at number 14 in the Meta Grants report. There's a section there too about paying for housing and all that kind of stuff, and also for the new program, the Inflation Reduction Act, IRA. It sounds like an investment thing, but no, it stands for the IRA, and there's like $1.5 billion, and a lot of that is for LEED kind of stuff. So you have to go through that and try to find out where it is locally for you to apply. A lot of that stuff isn't up and running yet, and it is, but will be soon. But the same organizations that are running the current one will run the new stuff. So you want to get wired in now so you know where they are, and you're first in line for this stuff. What about college help? Okay, let's see, that's item number 15. Yeah, item number 15. For paying for college. And there's a couple of things. If you're not in college now, you may also want to go first to your local career one-stop, because they can help you with college funding, but also other ways. I mean, now there's too many other ways. The government has so much grant money that they're using for training, and training for high-paying jobs. So in 6 months, a year of paid training even, you could be making more money than you will after you get a degree after 4 years and go $100,000 in debt or whatever there. Paying back rent. There's still a lot of rent money out there, even though there's two kinds of rent programs out there. There's one, the federal program, and then there's local programs. Now the federal program is winding down. It's not down everywhere. What was the number again? Was that college? It's for, I just set it up there, but it's number 14. No, 15. Sorry. Item 15. Item 15 for college, okay. And that, where was I? Oh, so the housing, which is in item number 14, and actually it's in item number 13. There's two. 13 is for home repair, 14 is for home purchases and real estate. Okay, for in home repair, there's a whole bunch of stuff in there for the Biden Inflation Reduction Act program. Okay, that is all there for you to start learning, and it's up to $14,000 to make your house more energy efficient. And it's money that's going to go to the state, then to the individual. So you have to find out where in your state to find out about it. And if you don't have my report, you can just go to your State Department of Energy, and they would know about it. Or the Weatherization Assistance Program, they'll know about it because they play a lot in that area of energy assistance, and that's what this program is all about. So we don't spend money on energy, and so they're giving you money up front, and it cut down your utility bills. And yeah, it's tough out there, and I think now with so many people in financial trouble, and you think the COVID's over, that people wouldn't be in financial trouble. Well, but it's not true. Looking for funding for established food pantry in West Virginia, serve almost 100 family month. Oh, so you're running that already now? Well, here's a listing. Let me give you a report for the best places for, for nonprofit money. Okay, I guess you're a nonprofit, but even if you're not a nonprofit, it doesn't matter because they'll tell you how to become one if they have to make sure that you're a nonprofit before they give you money, and they'll tell you. So find the money first, find the money source first, then decide whether you should become a nonprofit or not if you're not one already. So don't go become a nonprofit and then look for money. No, you should do it the other way because that costs money and time, and you're nothing if you don't get the money. So you look for the money first, and then they say, oh, yeah, we would love to help you with money, but you should be a nonprofit. Go out and become a nonprofit. Doesn't take much. Looking for funding for establish a food pantry. Okay, there's a report for nonprofit help. Let's see, where are we? Oh, 501. Oh, good, cool. Okay, then you're all set up. Yeah, that's it. And remember, the big thing, particularly for a nonprofit, is contact your local congressman and 2 senators. And if you go to commoncause.org. Yeah, Common Cause, if I spelled it right. Commoncause.org. You want to talk to someone in the House, in the office of your 2 U.S. senators and your congressman, and tell them what you're doing and you're looking for help, and get suggestions from them. Let's go. Is your newsletter free of charge from the people? And Emrose, what's Emrose? I'm not sure. Wiswit. Yeah, actually, I had a phone number once. I used to do ads on ESPN radio, and that was, the number was 1-800-LESS-GO, go-LESS-GO, that's what it was. Yeah, no, 899 or 991 go-LESS-GO or something like that. Oh, do Bucks County money. Yeah, every county gets it. Yeah, everybody. I mean, the thing that makes the difference is how much effort you put into finding where it is. It's there because everybody gets it. Yeah, and you have to go and find it. And what's neat about that? So if you're digging around, what's really neat is that you run into something else by accident. That you didn't even know to ask for. That's why when you go, don't tell them you need a grant. Tell them you need, hey, I have this idea I want to do. Can you help me, or suggest somebody else that could help me with that? What did Charity say? I'm trying to help my uncle get a new toilet put in for free and ran across a great resource for seniors called Seniors Mobility Org. That was everything under the sun for seniors. Oh, great. Also, Charity, we have what state is he in? Because if you go to the meta report, oh God, click on the wrong thing. Let's see, it's here in the meta report. It's in the 20s, Tony. There's about 37 subject areas in this meta report, but up in the 20s, Minnesota. Okay, go in the 20s and look for the report for seniors and disability. In that report is a state-by-state reports for the grants for seniors and people with disabilities in every state. It's huge for every state too. So you want to go there, pick out a state is Minnesota, and download the report for Minnesota. Let's see, I can tell you what number it is in a second. 20 something, 23. Oh, come on. Let's see, 20, raising children, work at home, no. What's the next one? Tax help, no. Next one is elected official, no, sorry. Legal, well, you're state by state, disabilities and seniors, that's item number 26. Okay, here is the complete listing of reports. You don't have to even look at the mega report, and just download this list. And in there is a list for every state. So now you'll have the grants for seniors in every state, okay? So we download the one for Minnesota. Was that your uncle or who you were helping? I have to go work, but I'll catch the rest of this there. Oh, well, Kendall, thank you. Thank you for showing up, and hope I could help you. Guys, I just want to help you as much as I can. It's just a wonderful feeling to feel that I have something or know something that could benefit somebody else. And I don't think that there's a more wonderful thing to have in life. Yeah. Looking for funding to start a licensed personal care home in Georgia. Well, I don't know if you have to be licensed. You can. There's a lot of good nonprofit organizations that will help you set up that business, okay? And maybe that's just good to sit down with and think through. But if you're going to take care of somebody's home, you may have to be, some people may want you licensed and some people may not. When you bought my thing, you didn't ask me if I had a license or anything, right? So you may say, and so that's fine. But here, go to sba.gov/local assistance, okay? And in there, put in your zip code, and also under local assistance, put in the keyword there is community navigators. These are new nonprofits that are set up for people to help people start or expand business. So community navigators, go to sba.gov/local-assistance, put in community navigators, call them, call a few actually, make appointments to see them, to see how they could help you do what you want to do, to help you think through what you need to do. Because you know a little bit what you want, but not everything, and you may not need it all now. And to me, what you want to do with any business is work as fast as you can of getting people, getting customers. So that's why right now, you could sign up on something like TaskRabbit and say you care for houses. So you're now a subcontractor of TaskRabbit, and you're into housing care. I'm not sure what you really want to do, but if it's something like that, what the hell? And that's what, so if people are looking for something, so you want to be where people are, so they buy you, right? And so you have to give some of the money to them, but you could do it without anything. You just couldn't do it. And doing it from a platform like that, you're reputable. People don't mind paying money to the platform. People with you, if you didn't have credentials or license, and then it'd be a little shaky, right? And so it solves a lot of problems. And you get out to finding a customer first, not doing all this other bullshit that doesn't matter. If you do it all right, you still don't know if it's a good business or how to do it until you do it. That's why you do the business first, then you worry about the details. Yeah, because if you don't know how to sell it and you can't get a customer, you're not in business and never will be. And we put that off the last, which is wrong. You got to put that first and find a way to do that first. Yes, Medicaid is hard for care, period. I don't know what that means. I wanted to build a sanctuary for disabled women and their therapy dogs and trauma dogs. Oh, so you want to have an organization? Is that what? Or a housing? I'm in Miami. Where would I recommend to find a grant money for rent? Local sources have all dried up because of COVID. Number two, where would I look for a business grant? I haven't asked. Okay, well, Joseph, I don't know if you looked at all sources for rent grants, and that's what you got to do, because everybody, you talk to a few people and they say there's none, but that doesn't mean there's none until you really scrape hard. And how to scrape hard? Here, let me show you how. I mean, it may be true, but you can't believe just a few people telling you that. You got to dig deeper than that. It's like nobody will go to the prom with you. Well, yeah, because you asked 3 people and they all said no. There's somebody that will go to the prom with you. What am I looking for? Okay, I got to go up, high, low. Step by step government more. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, here. Well, other places, I don't know if that's, I mean, most cities will have a half a dozen or a dozen places. Yeah. And if one doesn't work, you try another one. But digging where they are. But you got it. Oh, so you got a rent grant already. Okay. Now for business, it's the same thing, Joseph. You want to go to that. Where is it? Okay. Okay, look at the beginning of this report. Make appointments. Make appointment with as many free, that's it, business. Okay, make a point with as many as the free business mentors as you can. Yes, it is. So Ethel, thank you so much. Is it possible to leave this chat up for reference? I don't know if it is. I see after I put this, I save it and I put it under Let's Go TV. This is all new. So that's and it should be there. Uh, if you don't see it there, then go over to the Facebook and leave me a message about you need it, or just ask me what you want to, and I'll answer it there. I need housing, Lisa, to go both sanctuary and a home to build as I go. Own land, dry off grid, safe housing for women. Okay, well, that's a big ask. I mean, if you have no money, I mean, you can still do that, but I think it'd be very hard to go out and raise $500,000 to do something like this, right? That's possible. But what I would do is how to take a little piece of that and start it. Gosh, in other words, maybe what you do is you could go to your local library and say, I want to give a free seminar for women who are in trouble, however, with pets, and see who shows up, and sort of announce it in different places locally that Tuesday night we're going to talk about this, and get a group of people who are also interested in that to see, to start brainstorming of possible ways to do this. I also need housing, was trying to do both sanctuary and a home and build as I go. Own land, off-grid safe housing for women and trauma or whatever. Well, it sounds like, yeah, I mean, you should get yourself set up first, because you don't know how long this will take putting it together, okay? And so it's first thing for, well, you're still here, Charity. Thank you for taking the time to be so great, not only for men, but who is in need. We are loved, all of us. I always will be. Oh, so nice. Your heart is always in the right place. I hope you don't let any of those meanie haters get you down. I know that it's easier said than done. It just breaks my heart to think that you would ever think that you were not helping us, and all you do is so much beautiful. Wow thing, but these vampires try to suck it out of you. Yeah, they do. I mean, it is tough. I mean, I built up a lot of resilience to it. Being in my kind of work, when I went around for 30, 40 years saying how good the government is, a lot of people didn't like me doing that. So glad to see your resilience against them. Shine bright like you do. Oh, Charity. This is it. It's all here. You gotta run with the heart, do things with your heart. Your heart's smarter than your brain. But you need your brain to make sure you're not going off a cliff or some stupid thing like that. And that's important. It is. Ethel, you've been contributing so nice to everybody. And, as a model for me for what a member should be too, both you guys. I do find money to get dogs ready for adoption. Well, if you, Lisa, what state are you in? Lisa, because look in the Meta Grants report and download your state mini grants report. Every state, we have a state, oh God, I lost you. I may have lost you. No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, you're in Florida. Okay. Hold on. I'll try to get that report. Let me make sure the pet care is in here. Yeah, okay. Okay, look at this report, Lisa, for Florida. It's what I call my mini grant report. So there's 500 mini grants there. Okay, now in the section of that report, there's a section for health care, dental care, and pet care. So look at those nonprofit organizations there. And that's another thing what I would do is contact them, those in the area there that deal with pets, and ask them about the idea you have. See, they could be partners, they could be customers, they could be all kinds of things. But that's what you got to start talking to people about what you want to do to see the thing. Subscribe to Let's Go Help. 6 months is only $60. Oh, thank you for when I first had this idea of doing this a couple years ago, everybody, all the big marketing guys said, no, you got to charge $1,000 or $500 and stuff. I said, no, I want to be the $20 guy. I want to help people who really need this money. And if I charge $300 a month or $1,000 a month, they don't need that money. They don't mean they're living very well if they can afford that. So I really want to help people who could barely afford $20, and that's why if we make more money, if we're profitable, we give the money back to members. So this month we're probably giving over $70,000 back to members this month on programs. We have three grants that we give out. One is the $500,000 grant. And then we have one for auto repair, and we give 20 free computers every month too. We just wrapped up the auto repair. We had 10, now we're doing 15, so it'll be $7,500 worth of auto repair we'll be giving. And that's, oh, gotta run, guys. I'm proof of that. I won all the grants before the car. Look at Charity Boy. See, it's doing. It's all about doing. They don't want it because they think it should be separated. Well, that's just one person, Lisa. You talk to other people. Listen, nobody can agree on anything. Look at the Supreme Court. These are supposedly the smartest men, 9 smartest men in the world, and they can never agree on anything, right? So no, you just keep going, man. You want to do it or not? Having somebody tell you can't do it, well, think about that and think a way around it. That's all, if it's serious or not. You talk to other people and get other ideas on how that not to be a problem. Matthew, I heard Mama call you for dinner. You're right, Michael. I better get going. Okay, no way I'm leaving this country. No way I'm leaving this country. Yeah, I think so too. It is sort of fucked up, but it's a place I could dress like an idiot and get away with it. Well, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. It's great. Thank you.